Hi my loves, welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. But yeah, so today's video, guys, is going to be a little fun one. So I actually had a different video planned for this week, but I realized it might take a little bit longer than I thought it would. And I was gonna do my makeup anyways today, so I just thought I would film it and show you guys my updated everyday makeup routine. So this is very basic, very beginner friendly, to be honest, and yeah, it's just a cute little makeup look. I'm obviously wearing it right now, you can see, and I did my hair really quick so you guys can see that as well. I recently dyed it differently. It looks very gray and ashy right now, but that will wear off sooner than later. But yeah, that is the makeup routine, or this is the video for today. If you guys have any questions, again, always leave them in the comments below. And if you guys want more videos from me, then just subscribe and you will see. Okay, on to the video.
Okay, let's get started. So I start with my eyebrows, and I use the Morphe brow pencil. I don't necessarily know what it's called, but that is the brow pencil I use, and it's in a like warm brown shade. I think it's called mocha. I could be wrong, but I just fill them in very lightly. They are pretty dark. I'm trying to lighten them up, or I will be lighting them up, so don't worry about that anymore. But yeah, I just fill in the sparse and just give it a little bit better of a shape. I know you necessarily can't tell in this clip, but my eyebrows are shaped the way they shaped, and I just fill them in a little bit. I don't necessarily do much with the eyebrows. And then I go in with the primer, and this primer is the e.l.f. poreless putty primer. It is one of my favorites. It's honestly so good. I know a lot of people rave about it, but it's genuinely just so good, and it makes my skin look amazing, and it keeps my makeup on very long. And then shortly after, I use the e.l.f. priming water spray in lavender, and I just sprayed a little bit just to refresh my face a little bit more. And then I go straight in with my concealer. This is the e.l.f. hydrating concealer, and I believe medium beige. I could be wrong, but I will leave all the information in the description box or on the screen. But yeah, I just cover all the pimples under my eyes, and I do like a little triangle right in my inner corner, and then a little bit where my eyebrow ends and my eye ends, for like basically connecting it from my eye to the eyebrow. And then I just spot conceal with all my spots, and then I put it around my nose and in the center of my nose, and on my eyelids as well, obviously. And then this is the Morphe contour stick. I don't necessarily know what shade it is, but again, all the information will be in the description box. And I use it to contour, to cream contour. I use it on my nose, under my lip, on my cheeks, and on my jaw. Sometimes I don't put it on my jaw because sometimes I look a little too bronzed. And then today I put a little bit on my eyelids. But yeah, I just blend it out with this foundation brush that is from Beige Cosmetics. It is a flat top, like dense foundation brush, and it just blends out the contour very nicely. I really do enjoy how it blends. It's really nice and dense, and it blends it out really smoothly and nice, you know. So I do that, and this is like in real time. So honestly, this makeup look like doesn't take that long, and it doesn't necessarily have to be all these steps, because sometimes I add a little extra steps, sometimes I take away steps. Like sometimes I don't even do the cream contour and I just do the concealer and then, you know, bronze later on with bronzer. Sometimes I do cream contour and cream concealer. Sometimes I do foundation. You know, it really just depends, but most of the time I normally just go in with concealer and blend like that. And for my nose, I use the same brand, Beige Cosmetics, but it's just a tinier, denser, flat brush, and it helps me blend out my nose a lot more precisely. And for the other, like for the concealer and stuff, you will see in a little bit, I use the what is it, Real Techniques. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, that is such a lie. I use the Jeffree Star X Morphe sponge. I know we don't stand him, but I have the sponge and I'm using it up. It still works perfectly fine. And that's actually, it's very hard compared to my other sponges that I've used, but it's not necessarily like bad. I have another one by Beauty Cosmetics, Beauty Creation, and it's black and it's hard as well, but I think the Morphe one is better, in my opinion. But I don't necessarily like that one either. It's just better out of the two that I have. So yeah, I kind of need to get one. If you guys have any makeup recommendations, please let me know, because that will be fun to add different makeup stuff, or like stuff that you guys recommend to me, you know. But yeah, I'm blending everything out. I'm taking my sweet ass time, clearly. But I like to let it set a little bit because it gives more coverage, and it also just tends to blend out a little bit better. And yeah, it mostly just gives you more coverage. So this is my powder. I recently got it and I'm in love with it. It is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Powder in Light. If you guys watch Juicy Jazz, I believe, she talks about it all the time because she loves e.l.f. just like I do. Like, I'm obsessed with e.l.f. because of her and just in general, you know. And she always talked about this powder and I was like, okay, it can't be that good. It's honestly so nice. Like, it is very good. It makes your skin look really beautiful and glowy, but also it's like set, you know. And yeah, I just put it all over my face. I kind of bake like a tad bit on top of my nose and under my contour, so like under my cheekbones, basically right there, as you can see. I basically like bake just a little bit, but I do set basically like all my whole face with the powder, just a light like coat of powder, because I don't like to add a lot and then it looks cakey and everything. But this is my bronzer. It is the e.l.f. Sunkissed bronzer. Sorry, I burped. It is the e.l.f. Sunkissed bronzer in Sunkissed. It is the baked, oh no, what am I saying? The primer infused bronzers and stuff. I think they have blushes as well. I've never tried the blushes, but the bronzer is amazing. I actually really love the bronzer. And I always use it on my nose, on my cheeks, and sometimes on my eyelids when I don't necessarily want to wear eyeshadow. This is a Beauty Creations eyeshadow palette, but I use this like pinky tone in it for my blush because I don't necessarily have like an actual blush product. I just use eyeshadow because it's basically the same thing, and I love it. It's one of my favorite eyeshadows to use for blush. It's just like a nice warm pink / orange shade, and it just looks really pretty on my skin tone, I think, at least. I also use a other shade later on in that same palette, but I'm using my eyebrow brush that I just used earlier to create some faux freckles. I did that like basically all over my nose and under my, or on top of my cheeks, basically a little bit on my forehead, and then trailed it down like around my mouth as well, because I have moles, not moles, but beauty marks around there, so I kind of like emphasize them a little bit. So now I'm using that highlight shade for my highlight, because I just love it. I think it looks really good on my skin tone. I believe it's called Honey. It's like a goldish but also kind of pink shade, and it's really nice. It looks good on my skin tone. It's honestly one of my favorite things to use as highlight. I do have a highlighting palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and sometimes I do use it, obviously. Sometimes you guys see it like on my videos and stuff, but I genuinely just like this shade as highlight better. Like, this palette is honestly very, very good. I think it's called Bloom Eyes or something, Bloom, but it's honestly very good. I like 10 and 10 recommend. The like shimmer shades are amazing. Okay, so now I'm curling my eyelashes now with the e.l.f. curler, and then my mascara is the L'Oreal Voluminous mascara, I believe, and I just coated my top and bottom lashes with that mascara, and I believe I do my eyelashes next. I don't remember necessarily, but actually I kind of need to research if this brand is cruelty free. I believe it's not, so if it's not, I'm sorry, but I actually do like the mascara. Like, it actually looks really nice. Okay, now I'm using the Duo Lash Glue. I think this is the two-tone one, because it comes with black and the clear, but I'm using that to glue my eyelashes. I don't necessarily know what these eyelashes are. If I find I think they're just some random ones that my friend gave me from Amazon, but they're amazing. I love them. Anyways, I'm doing my lips now, and I'm just putting a little bit of Vaseline on my lips because they were kind of dry. And then what I'm using next is actually kind of a funny story. I got an eyeliner thinking it was a lip pencil, but it's actually an eyeliner. But is the LA Girl like brown eyeliner pen or whatever, but basically any brown lip liner will do. It doesn't necessarily have to be that brand or that specific lip liner, you know. I just like a brown lip liner because it's just, I don't know, I've been obsessed with this combo. Like, if you see me wearing a nude lip, most likely it's this, or I'm not wearing any lipstick at all, and I'm just wearing like clear lip gloss or Vaseline over my lips, because I don't really like to wear anything on top of my lips. But this feels like nothing, so I love wearing this. But this is I believe this is a Wet n Wild lipstick. Again, I'll put all the information in the description box, but I love this shade. It just looks so nice with the brown lip liner, and it just gives like such a vibe to me. I don't know. And then I put the Essence Clear Lip Gloss on top of that, just a little bit, not too much. And then I set my face. I know it looks, oh, just kidding. I put my eyelashes on. Again, I don't really know what brand this is, but I do know that my friend gifted them to me, and they're probably just some random ones that she found on Amazon, because I remember her saying something like that. I don't necessarily remember that well, but something like that. And yeah, I love them though. They're very like flared on the end, and I love that for my eyelashes, because that personally looks good on my eyes, I think. And then I go in some tweezers just to help me. So this is a setting spray. It's actually not that, it doesn't come in that bottle. It is the e.l.f. like micro 16-hour setting spray. It's very good. I just changed the bottles because the one I got was defaulted. But anyways, this is the makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I love you guys. Bye.